I wish you well on your journey.
I love this character, dude.
Yeah.
I had a fun time designing him.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, let's
Need
see.
some help?
Now we've got our quest. Might as well just grind for some red essence since I'm kind of needing some upgrades. Ah! Oh, dude, he was about to hit me.
Yeah. Well, you might as well unlock that up there, right?
Yeah, it's not a bad idea. So,
There you go.
passageway that should connect us back up north.
Please, no, not again. I don't want to see her like this. Please.
So, traveler's seeing visions of his long lost love in the form of like a statue.
I'd regularly play for her, and only her, at the fountain. The buck in the doe watched over us, but only she could hear me, and she told me that my music healed her soul, that it was.
You pick.
It was magical.
Cool.
That I should play for more people, because maybe I could heal the world too.
I remember when we
Task
wrote
felt
this part.
daunting as I
Yeah.
recall. I still hold this sentiment.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun times sitting there, and like we had the basis of dialogue,
Yeah.
and then let's just dig into this and
We usually
Make it
started
sound
off with
cool.
like Nick just kind of literally like pseudocode writing like the
yeah,
dialogue,
brain
like,
dumping.
brain dumping like I don't know, like 10 lines or so of just nonsense, and then and then me and him would just go through and start refining it.
Yeah. I should mention really quick too. So the choices we picked have now dictated the layers of the music track we're running around. So
Yeah. So you should now hear that. What is that? What instrument?
like a violin or something.
Yeah.
Alright, I think what I'm gonna do, since I have some stuff to upgrade, I might just run and kill some things and then run back and do another upgrade before we progress
Okay.
in the story. Wow! Oh, these guys.
Let me get up.
Yeah.
Close one.
I need to get one, like, burning.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. Oh!
Unlucky.
I know. There you go. Alright, I'm gonna decimate these guys with my spectral motion. Let's do Nature's Impaler. And sit behind the wall and just blast these guys.
I feel like you're missing out on some potential damage by not attacking out of your dodge.
Hmm. I think I have
You're gonna
enough.
cut the animation of the
Hmm.
dodge with the,
Like
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Alright, let's do an upgrade and then just kind of progress with the story. Alright, what are you thinking?
Yeah, we're gonna go with Lonely Shadow here.
Okay,
Increase the radius of the spectral drop.
should we just test it really quick?
Sure.
Down, right, down, up.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's like noticeably bigger.
And the asset is bigger too, right? The
Like
actual-
the radius.
The actual animation is larger. as
Yeah,
well, right?
yeah. Okay, so if we check our map. We're still a little bit early on in the game, so kind of limited in where we can go. But once we get our other weapons and stuff, things will start opening up, especially in this specific level. What? I'm gonna heal up because I know there's some enemies up here.
There you go. Let's test out that new upgrade.
Yeah, it's like noticeably better. Just got him, dude. Whiffing on my hits though. There we go. Alright. Yeah, I love this music that Milan wrote.
Yeah. Oh,
Welcome, traveler.
there we go.
Welcome to the
Grand
Grand
City of the Icon.
Do a live rendition for
Can
us.
you tell me about her?
She used to come
Down from her temple.
to reclaim
Artifacts
artifacts.
left behind by the ancients.
I haven't seen her for some time.
This one, funny enough, was actually two
That they've seen her
lines
standing
combined. So it was a
gazing at the
high
forest
pitch and a
below.
low pitch,
Mm.
smushed into one, which is like, I think there's only 2 of those in the game.
A soothing melody pierced the air, finding its way to me. It was unlike anything I'd ever heard. It drew me in, mesmerizing. I followed ahead. That's a beautiful song.
Hello, friend. It was a song my mother used to sing to me. She always told me there was magic to song.
There is something to be said
this
about
character
the power
here
of song.
Asphodel
I
was
suppose you'd know.
voice acted by one of our team
Is that
members
an
as well,
instrument?
Alice.
Would you play
So
me a
she's one of
tune?
our artists,
Sorry,
and
I don't play for anyone anymore.
Kind of got everyone on board for this
Yeah.
game. I think we got everyone voice lines.
Oh,
Yeah.
shame.
All of our
I
team
bet
members.
you're really good.
So, what brings you
guess
here?
that's the cool thing about making your
I
own
just felt this
game with voiceover, right? You can
Mhm.
kind of
Same. In a
And
way.
with her specifically, it was funny because we were like, yeah, we want her to kind of have this weird accent, but we're not going to give you too much direction. Just kind of do your thing. And
Yeah.
she came back with this.
Mhm.
I mean, she speaks like us. She has no accent, so
I
it
hope
was
you find
right.
cool to hear how she
Mhm.
handled this character.
Did you see that?
What? No?
Sorry. I'm sorry. Need to go.
Wait!
As I chased the apparition, I couldn't shake that soothing melody from my mind. I began to lose a sense of direction, a sense of time.
Alright, Ancient's Melody. I'll slow down this gear so that I can actually cross.
Yeah, with Ancient's Melody, you can kind of manipulate things in the environment, unlock different puzzles, and activate these statues. You'll notice the symbol shows up when you can play the song, or at least it'll present some effect. There's another one right there. See.
These robots were fun to make too. The robots that like don't serve a story purpose except for like environmental storytelling.
Right.
I'm actually not gonna. I'm gonna try not to spoil some of the story stuff, so I'm just gonna kind of keep going. I'm the kind of gamer where it's my inclination to just like talk to everyone, collect everything, do everything. So
Yeah.
it's like taking everything in me not to explore right now, but when you guys play the
okay.
game for yourselves, you'll get to.
Are we in the
see
first
all those
dungeon now?
secrets. We're about to be.
Nice. Okay.
Yep.
Nice animation of the door going down.
Dude,
like that.
I would say that probably some of the most fun design moments we had together was designing these dungeons.
Yeah.
Sitting with like, I mean, we were sitting with Photoshop, but pencil and paper more or
Right.
less, and drawing out maps and stuff.
Well, I was using Draw.io to concept out the dungeons. I had these little pre-made blocks, and I would kind of start building out the walls and everything of the dungeon.
You had like
and then-
symbols and stuff to indicate like buttons or enemies
Yes.
or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. And then I would send it off to Nick, and Nick would critique and give feedback, and then I'd go back and fix it, and then Nick and I would send it back. We would implement it, right? We'd do like a very basic version.
Well, sometimes too, we would sit together and literally like with a pen,
Yeah.
like draw the paths through and be
path,
like, is
yeah.
this gonna make sense? Like, would we get stuck here by accident or whatever?
Yeah. We had to. I think what we did was we defined a goal first. So we would say like, we want the player to do this to finish the level, and then we basically were like, okay, we went backwards. Like, how do we get there? And that's kind of how we designed the dungeons. We had our like end goal in mind first, which you'll see here with these
Like fire plant
vines, these vines that
yeah.
kind of burn, and then you'll see they kind of get trapped on,
Here,
or they
yeah,
get
should I
they
just
fizzle
show them
out.
really
Yeah. So we're like, all right, like this could be our main mechanic here. It keeps going, and then it gets, fizzles out on these blocks.
Yeah,
It's like,
so you're like,
well,
okay, I can't get past
yeah.
that.
Well, now I got to go get something that will help me move that out of the way, right?
Which we are about to do.
Another tool lay in my path, a tool made for destruction or molding.
That was fun.
Boom.
There we go. Boom. This is fun too. When you get the hammer, you just can one-hit the Jamas. Splat them.
Yeah.
Pots can break, you know?
Yeah.
What's a dungeon without some pots to break?
Right.
And as you guys can see too, I can swap like seamlessly between my weapons, which makes it pretty.
Oh, that's honestly super seamless.
There you go. I need the lantern.
You
to
really just don't
open
want to
these
heal.
up.
That's great.
What?
You
Are
really
you like
don't wanna
a compulsive healer?
I'm not a compulsive healer, but I'm not playing, so I'm watching you just not heal yourself.
Dude,
And I'm just
I'll
dude,
I'll be
just
running
heal
around in
yourself?
our game with like 2 notches of health left until I'm like, oh man, I'm about to die.
Yeah.
Alright, now we have the proper tool to fight these guys. Should I wait till he spins?
Sure. Oh.
Oh, now I can use my spectral motion with the hammer. Oh man, he hit me. Oh, okay, yeah, I need to heal.
You're smacking yourself up.
I know. There we go. That was a good final
Good
hit.
clean hit.
So this is always fun, and then you can just sit behind here and just
Oh,
wail
he
on
was
him.
like, nope, I'm going around that.
One more hit.
Oh,
There you go.
Still got hit a little bit there at the end. Don't forget that little red essence in the
Okay,
corner.
okay, I got it. There we go.
We're red essence maxing out here.
I know.
okay?
Yeah, I gotta break all the pots too, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now that I have the hammer,
So yeah, so that's the initial thing is most people will come into the dungeon, they'll burn that, and they'll see it kind of go and fizzle off, right, on this block.
yep.
That kind of sets the whole precedent for the dungeon. Like, okay, there's something else needed here that kind of progresses the dungeon forward. Oh. Nice.
I've probably run through this dungeon in testing more than any other level in our game.
Yeah.
Yep, now the way is clear. What do you think? Should I get the map?
Yeah, might as well.
Okay.
But maybe you don't have to get all the secrets.
Yeah, I'll just get the map.
Leave that for the players to find.
Yeah.
This one was cool too because it was like most people would miss this wall here, so they'd have to go all the way around. But if they just took a moment to just stop and look, they would see that wall there.
Yeah. Like this. Oops. Wrong weapon. Hammers don't burn things. And we can do. Let's do this guy
That's
first.
the map, right?
Yes.
so you can follow it all the way to the end. I feel like it's so satisfying to watch it finally just make its way to the destination.
There's our points of interest. Alright, let's go get the boss key. So we gotta go back to this other vine, burn that.
I'm really interested to see people do the second dungeon.
Mm-hmm.
I want to watch people play the second dungeon.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably the most complicated one.
Yeah, I'd say it's probably the most complicated.
It has one part of it that's kind of challenging. You just, if you kind of analyze the room, you'll...
I think the
able to
second
figure it
dungeon
out.
is kind of like, if you're just moseying about and just kind of brute forcing it, you're just gonna... There's a chance you might just get stuck for a bit, because it takes a bit of like thought to figure out the two kind of ingredients you need to finish the dungeon.
Yeah. Alright, got our little mini boss here. Let's see. And I didn't come in with a strategy. Oh!
You have your upgraded, there you go. There you go. Big damage. There you go.
Oh, stun.
You gotta start throwing in some dodges in there too.
Oh my god.
You can break your hammer attack with a dodge.
He spins at me, so I'm gonna try to...
Nice. You're really good with that. You're really good at that spike stop combo.
Yeah, it's just really useful because we have a lot of enemies that kind of like do a quick dash at you, so it's helpful to just really stop them in their tracks. Burn this guy, and I'll just let him burn to death.
You should have shot the spin jet at him.
Oh.
That could have been cool.
Oh my god, oh my god. Oh, I wish I had my upgrade for this. I would have, like... I was, like, wanting to do that,
Which upgrade?
the first one, the charge.
Impressive.
I was, like, about to do it, and I was like, oh, I don't have it yet.
No matter where you go.
Yeah, so you can actually hit those enemies, the spin jet, into other enemies.
Mm-hmm.
And it feels like significant.
They hurt each other even if they're just spinning around, too, right?
Yeah, they hurt each other, too, yeah. Or they can hurt other enemies.
They
just
can
by
hurt
spinning
other
around,
enemies, yeah. Oh, so I should mention too, we just got another totem. There will be a mechanic later on where you actually get to like use the totem, but for now it just gives you an extra health notch.
Yeah. So that's the game's way of progressing your health by collecting these totems.
Mm-hmm.
And then the first totem you get actually increases your health by 1. So if you equip that, you get 2 bonus health right off the bat. But I feel like most people will probably unequip that one because it's not as interesting as some of the other totems that come. But if you're struggling to stay alive, yeah, it's a good one to equip.
I was sent here by Bertrand to find his wife.
I like his cloak.
Yeah.
I feel like you should have some dirt on his cloak.
Yeah, then I'd have to animate it moving around.
You don't need to animate it moving around. Just put some brown on it.
Yeah. So we have our sorry-looking robot town. We have a little ball guy over here. There's a old-looking robot right there. Should I talk to the child bot?
Yeah.
Her line is kind of depressing.
Voiced by my amazing wife.
Yep.
got a good voice.
Yeah, she really does. There's Oscar.
Welcome, traveler. What brings you?
You want to tell him about Oscar?
Yeah, so this was my cat that passed away last year. He was my little buddy who literally was in my office with me every single day of development, and we had videos of his purr and his meow. So this is him in the game.
It's awesome.
I encountered the one called Bertrand.
Had to get him in.
Yeah. He has a little Jama toy.
Yeah.
He's been gravely injured. He said something
Yeah.
about
It's funny because his favorite toy was a little stuffed octopus. That's what it is,
okay.
but it looks like a Jama too.
Yeah.
Bertrand is an invaluable member of our town. Alas, there has been a darkness.
And I'm voicing this robot as well, so it's kind of like I'm immortally getting to be with Oscar in the game.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
But you can see our village is in desperate need of verve.
This was my favorite guy to voice, personally. I didn't do a lot of voices, but I really like doing this guy.
Unless you can find our missing supply of verve canisters. Unfortunately, no, traveler. To make matters worse, our main source of verve is supposed to come from the Grand City.
Yeah, I think we should just mention, too, that our main voice actor is Essinger, which I'm like, I can't believe we got to
Yeah.
work with him, but
Yeah.
he did an amazing job. And if you guys haven't heard his music, go check it out. He has like a really beautiful singing voice, and he also has really cool music
Yeah. And great voice acting.
and great voice acting.
There's only so much we can harvest from.
So basically, these guys are running out of their energy supply. Someone's been stealing it, or it's been going missing, and now Traveler's gonna have to go on this like mission to try to help them out and figure out what's going on, because he's kind of stuck here anyway. The elevator's broke, the bridge is busted, you know.
Yeah. The bridge is busted. Find another way.
Yeah.
Trav.
And what can you tell me of Bertrand's wife?
Yes, Amelia. I fear I know not. Our watchman sees all the goings on of the village, though. You may want to consult him. He sometimes falls asleep out back.
Thank you, Elder.
Cool. All right.